Is it possible to make a good build without any furniture? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have set myself a little bit of a challenge. Actually, it's quite a big bit of a challenge. I am going to be doing a build with no furniture items. Any items that when in your inventory have that iconic leaf, I am not allowed to use. I am allowed to use all of the natural items, so weeds, trees, flowers, fencing, any small holdable items are okay, but anything that have this green logo on, I am not allowed to use. So this is going to be super hard. It's going to be quite a lot about the terraforming, I think, but we'll see how it comes out. Be sure to like the video and also subscribe. If you're going to take on this challenge, let me know because it is a fun little thing to do and you can always go back later and add it in the furniture. So let's get started. So for this build, I think my main inspiration is going to revolve around the house. I'm thinking doing something like overgrown, green, and then I'm going to have like the cliff surrounding it so it feels almost like a sunken home, but I don't want it fully sunken. So what I'm going to do around the entranceway is have some sort of kind of little stream or pond that you have to like jump over to get to it. So overall, the build is going to be super natural. And the first thing I'm going to do with the paving is put down this little dirt circle. I thought it'd be nice to have a little centerpiece. Obviously, we can't use furniture for that centerpiece, so I'm going to try and come up with some sort of cute little blanket area. This is me failing at putting down the path. As you know by now, I'm probably not the best person to put down paths. I still haven't learned. It's been over a year. 2 years of playing the game and I still can't do it properly. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy the scuff. So yeah, this is going to be the main path that I'm using. I liked it because it's different to a path that I've used in the past. I've not really used one which is dirt and then has stones over the top. So I do like that kind of rundown, abandoned feel. Really cute. The creator of this path, if you're looking for a dirt path, has a really nice variation of this as well, with lots of kind of weeds and green on it. So if you're looking for something that's kind of abandoned, overgrown, but you don't want the stones, then definitely check out this creator as well. I'll put the code in the description for you so you can find it easy. If I forget, comment and I will remember to do it. Because my brain is like a sieve. Things come in and they go out super quickly. Anyway, I've kind of done this area now. I didn't want it to be fully circular, so I'm quite happy with how it's kind of turned out. These are always really hard to do, but I think they are really effective and look kind of cute. So the next thing we need to do is to build in those cliffs that I was talking about. I'm just getting rid of some trees. These are going to help set the kind of benchmark as to where I want to go, and then I'm going to do my cliffs around them. I've sped this right up because I feel like you don't need to watch me placing cliffs at a super slow speed. So there you go. I do feel like this sort of build is nice. You could do it for like any kind of natural island, having like your home sunken if you're not sure what to do with your home. I feel like sometimes it's one of those where you don't know what to do with it. So this is a good build for it if you have the space to do it, because using the cliffs does take up quite a lot of space, unfortunately. But it looks good. It looks super effective. If you've got even more space, then you could add 2 layers of kind of cliffs and kind of fully submerge it. I did an island tour recently of Kenzie Crossing's island, and she had done this to perfection, where you have a little villager home fully submerged in between the cliffs, have some little water terraforming going on, and it was gorgeous. So if you're looking for more inspiration for homes or villager homes, definitely check out the tour, and just the general terraforming of that video was just stunning. She did a fabulous job with all of the natural terraforming for that. So I'm just finishing off the cliffs here. I do not like creating cliffs. They're not my best thing at doing. I just don't like the way they look. But that's it done. So as you can see, I've kind of created like a U shape or a kind of horseshoe shape, but obviously rounded it off, made it natural. And then I'm gonna add in this stream. I'm gonna do right to left. Why I didn't do left to right, I do not know, but my brain must work backwards apparently. Marcel did get in the way. This is my second island if you're not familiar, and I do have a lot of villagers on here who are not dreamies. They're not my favorites, but it is my second island, so I'm not too bothered. So that's why I didn't interact with him. He can just stay there. If you're wondering, why are you not taking this opportunity to get rid of him? That's why. So this is coming along now, just making sure it looks super natural, super kind of delicate as well, nice and thin. I do want to get a stepping stone in there, which probably maybe I should have done that first of all, but we'll come to that later. I also did want to add in a little kind of a tiny pond up here. This was hard because I forgot how much space you needed. It's not going to work on the diagonal, so this is just me getting frustrated with myself. Putting my shovel into the thin air. But you can make a really cute teardrop shape if you do it correctly. I'm probably not the best person to follow, but that is one of my favorite little pond areas. It finally dawned on me that I should expand the cliff area, so that is what I did. I expanded it out, managed to create that little teardrop, kind of, and then put a river off down the back. I think that looked nice. So I'm just going to add in the stepping stone here. I mean, I could have left it because you can technically jump over it, but I just thought the stepping stone would be a nice little touch, a little bit more natural, whimsical maybe. So I put a custom design down there. I could have, of course, added a flower, but I thought the custom design was nice. The good thing about this path is it does come with a number of kind of additional pieces. So there's some dirt splodges, there's this dirt splodge with the stones as well, which is nice. There is also some planks which work really nicely with this whole path as well. So I've added them in as kind of a lead way up to the main area, and then I decided to start work on the kind of centerpiece. So for the main area in the center, I did say that I wanted to put a blanket in here. I severely underestimated how much adding in the tree would squish that down and kind of restrict the space, so that had to go, unfortunately. But yeah, I decided to add in this blanket as the main kind of feature. Super cute little pattern here with the nice little tassel edge. Filling in the blanket is going to be a hard part because I don't have my normal go-to access to items and furniture, so we're going to have to get creative with that, but we'll come to that later. I'm going to add in some natural items around the outside and just kind of add in kind of flowers, weeds and things. I do have some custom designs, not many. I didn't pick a flower custom design like I normally do because I wanted to do something a bit different using more weeds and things, because that helps create that overgrown look. I don't tend to use weeds all that often when I'm building. I have been using glowing moss more, but weeds not so much, so I'm embracing using them for this build. The white picket fence, I just think that that goes really nicely with the house design that I've chosen, so I'm going to keep that in for sure. And then I'm just going to add in some stuff and I'll let you watch for a bit. So I'm gonna do some brief decorating up on the cliffs, not too much, as this isn't like a fully finished build that's gonna stay on my island, just more to give you like an idea of what I would put up on the cliffs. So a mixture of the trees, the flowers again, and also kind of some fencing as well, because I feel like the white fencing will add like a nice contrast with all of the green that is going on. I have added in lots of vines everywhere, which I think are really nice touch. And then, yeah, just bushes as well, just something really cute. And then I realized I needed to just make some slight adjustments to the cliff here, just so I had a bit more space to play with. And then I added in a little bit of a cliff at the back here, just behind the house, just to get some more trees on, so you get more of like a tree line in the background, just thinking about the perspective and the view that this might create. Also, when you're doing things like this, if you have a build behind it, or an area that you like behind it and you don't want it to be kind of overlooked by this build, then at least you can separate it off. Also, it would act as a really nice viewing point if you have another nice view behind that you want to take some cute pictures of. Another thing that I decided to make use of with regards to like decorating, because obviously we're very limited, was using the pumpkins. I really love the green and the white pumpkins, very cute. And then here I am just getting creative with what furniture to use. I thought using the flimsy net and the kind of grasshopper in the cage was like a really nice idea. Kind of fits with the kind of cutesy vibe that we're going with here, and not too like bright and colourful. So very whimsical, cute idea that they've caught a bug and it's just outside the house. So I did like that. So one of the items I am allowed to use is gyroids, so I thought that I would add a couple in, obviously in a green colour. I just thought that they would add in a little bit of a whimsical edge to it. And then for the blanket, I said that I was going to have to get creative, so what I decided to do was use some custom designs. I did have this really nice umbrella, but something about it just didn't feel quite right. It was a bit clunky, and although when I'm doing blankets normally I kind of add height at the back, it just wasn't kind of working for me, unfortunately. So I just made some adjustments with it, added in some hats and clothing items. I feel like that was the best way to go. Getting a blanket to look right when you have normal furniture is hard, but this was super hard. Things just didn't look quite right, but we got there in the end. So that's the end of the video. I actually quite enjoyed doing this challenge. It was hard, don't get me wrong, but doing something that revolved a bit more around terraforming and really natural, overgrown was super nice and super different to what I feel like I've done in the past. So let me know what you think about this. Are you going to undertake the challenge? If so, leave me a comment. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.